Each person or every person? In this video, you are going to learn how to use all, every, and each. But first, I need to very quickly make sure that you understand what determiners and pronouns are. Today, when I say determiner, I mean the word that you put before a noun. For example, the, that, this, my, his, or her. And when I say pronoun, I mean words like you, us, or them. Okay, now let's begin with the word all. All basically means 100% of something. We can use it with plural nouns and uncountable nouns. For example, all cars are heavy, or all food has calories. When we have a determiner, we sometimes add the word of. However, adding the word of doesn't change anything, and you don't need to do this. So you can say, all of my friends are here, or you can just say, all my friends are here. Those mean the same thing. The only time that we need to include the word of is when we have a pronoun. For example, all of them are busy, or all of us speak English. Every means basically the same thing as all, but it focuses on the idea that there is a group or a whole, and within that group or whole, there are many separate parts. First, we can use it directly before a singular noun, and we do this when we do not have a determiner. For example, every teacher has students, or I opened every window. When we have a determiner, we use every one of with a plural noun. For example, every one of my teachers taught me something. Or, I want to read every one of these books. We also use every one of when we have a pronoun. For example, every one of them is beautiful. And we sometimes add the word single after the word every. We do this to add emphasis, to make the language stronger or clearer. When we use every single instead of just every, it's like saying, it's not 8 out of 10, it's not 9 out of 10, it really is 10 out of 10. It really is 100%. Each is basically the same as every, but there are a few important differences. First, we can use it when there are only two of something. For example, I have 2 sons, and I gave each one a present. Also, whereas every focuses more on the group or the whole, each focuses more on the individuals or the separate pieces. When we do not have a determiner, we use each and a singular noun. For example, each person is different. When we have a determiner, we use each of and a plural noun. For example, each of my teachers has a unique style. And when we have a pronoun, we also use each of. For example, each of you will receive a gift. There are also other situations and structures in which we use these words, and in some of them, only one of the words is correct. For example, we can say, I want them all. But we can't say, I want them each, or I want them every. And we can say, I gave them 2 each. But we can't say, I gave them to all, or I gave them to every. However, I don't think it's possible to talk about all of those things in one video. Today, I really just want you to remember the two main differences between each and every. So let's quickly review them one more time. If we have the sentences, each student has a book, and every student has a book, again, those mean basically the same thing. The difference is just that every focuses more on the idea that there is a group of students, or a whole, while each focuses more on the idea that the students are all individual people. In some situations, that difference might be important, but in many situations, it really doesn't matter which word you use. And again, the second difference is that we can use each when there are only two of something, but we can only use every when there are three or more. So yeah, there often isn't a very big difference between each and every. And it's one of those things that can be pretty difficult to explain and pretty difficult to understand, but will continue to get easier and feel more natural as you continue learning and speaking each day. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Thank you for watching.